Now that we know about some of the dangers on the internet, I hope I haven't scared you off yet. There are many things that we can do to avoid all of those pitfalls. First of all, your mother taught you when you were very little, don't talk to strangers. Well, the same thing goes on the internet, but here's a list of do's and don'ts to remember on the internet. Don't believe everything that you read. Don't give private information away unless you go directly to a banking institution or other secure site, not through a link. Don't send money to strangers, ever. Don't open unsolicited attachments. If you didn't ask someone to send you something, or you're not 100% sure it's from a friend, please don't open it. Don't download music or programs from unreputable sources. You're just asking for trouble. And finally, in your home network, don't use an unsecured network for secure transactions. If you're in a public place, like a restaurant or a Starbucks or something, and you want to use an unsecured network, that might be fine just for surfing the web, but don't do your banking there. You certainly don't want to be passing along passwords and account information when the person having a coffee at the next table will be able to see it clear as day. So remember, don't talk to strangers on the internet. However, since that'll take out probably about 85% of our problems, there are things we can do on our computer to fix it up. The first thing we want to do is we want to navigate to the control panel of our computer. If you go to the Start button and just open up the control panel, this is what you're going to see there, with lots of different icons. And there are things here that are going to help us and help our computer to stay safe. First of all, we're going to open this one that says Add and Remove Programs. Here you're going to see a list of all the programs that are installed on your computer. Now, there are many programs that you didn't choose to have put on your computer. When you purchased it, programs were given to you at no charge. You might not want all these programs, and quite frankly, they might be eating up lots of memory space, but the computer price was subsidized by having all those programs there. So just going through all of these programs, and all you would have to do is click on a program, and you'll see you have the choice here to remove. Doing that through all of these things will certainly speed things up, but you'll also get a chance to see firsthand exactly what is installed on your computer. When you get your computer from the store, there are going to be several antivirus or anti-spyware programs pre-installed. Generally, your computer will come with something from Norton or McAfee. Now, those are reputable programs, but unfortunately, what you get with your computer is a 30-day trial, which means at the end of the 30 days, you're going to get all sorts of pop-ups on your computer telling you that you need to register and pay them the fee. Now, if you know that you'd rather go with some other company, and we're going to talk about all sorts of free methods here instead of pay methods, then it might be a good idea to just come here and delete it. By deleting those programs you don't use, it'll get rid of all the annoying pop-ups. The next thing you absolutely want to do, I'm going to go back to my control panel, is you have a built-in firewall. Here it is. I'm going to click on this to open the Windows Firewall. A firewall on a computer is much like a firewall in construction. It's something to keep things away. And with a computer, it's a stopgap measure so that you can make sure that lots of bad things can't get into your computer. So you'll see here that you have the option of turning it on or off or on with exceptions. If you're not too sure about what to do, you're best off leaving it on. That's the safest position to be in. So far, we went through Add, Remove Programs to take out the things that we're not using that might be slowing down our computer. And we clicked to get our Windows Firewall set. The next thing we want to do, back on our control panel, is to come here to the Security Center. The Security Center will show us a little checklist to make sure that we have certain things working. Our firewall, our updates, and our virus protection. Updates are very important on your computer. I'm sure you've all gotten that little pop-up that says click here to get the latest updates. And they always seem to come at the worst possible time. You're right in the middle of something. You might choose to ignore it plenty of times, but there are many reasons why you really want to get those updates. If you think of it this way, when the computer first came out, they tried to make it as secure as possible against all of the viruses and malware that was out at that time. Well, of course, now, a year or even a month later, there are new things coming out every day. So those updates are security updates. So installing them will keep your computer secure from the latest and greatest threats that are going on. If you keep ignoring the updates for a year or more, all of the new types of malware that are out there will be able to infiltrate your computer. So it's very important to get all of those updates. Here in the Security Center, you can actually click to have the updates done automatically. This way you don't have to think about it. You can check to make sure your firewall is on, and they're also asking about virus protection. Now, I mentioned the free virus protection that comes with your computer, but it only lasts for 30 days. Once your 30 days are up, there are plenty of free options that we can talk about. First of all, Microsoft itself has something called the Security Essentials. And if you simply go over to windows.microsoft.com and click on Security, you can download a great free virus protection system right to your computer at absolutely no charge. Another thing that you can do that's free is go to your internet service provider. Whether you use Verizon or Cablevision, Comcast, whatever it is that you're using for internet in your home, they offer free virus and spyware protection for your computer. It's part of your monthly fee. So just head over to the website for your internet service provider or call the 800 number and find out how you can add that virus protection to all of your computers. It's free, and the more virus protection you have, the better. I mentioned making sure that you always get things from reputable sources. There are plenty of free programs out there on the internet, but many of them are rogue programs that are going to come with spyware actually installed onto the program. So it's very important that you know exactly where you're getting your stuff from. Two great sites that offer lots of free stuff are PCWorld.com and CNET.com. Both of them, if you go to the site and click on Downloads, you're going to see plenty of software. Not just security software, you're also going to see art and photography, games, word processing. They have programs there for just about every interest, so you'll probably love browsing around. Now, some of the programs they offer have a fee, but many of them are free. They're also ranked according to popularity, so you can see which programs have thousands of other users, and they're free. I've listed a couple of them here that I've installed successfully on my computer. AVG, Avira Antivirus, Malwarebytes, and there are others too. But make sure you get them from either PCWorld.com or CNET.com. This way you're sure that you're getting a nice, clean copy of the antivirus software. You certainly don't want to be trying your best to install something onto your computer and bringing the malware right in with you. That's not the point here. And the next thing you want to do is make sure that you take note of everything that you install. Write down the names. If you installed AVG Security Suite, and then all of a sudden one day you're getting pop-ups from AVR Virus Protection, it might sound the same to you, but it's actually a rogue program, and you want to know that so that you don't click on any links that you're not supposed to. So, what we do for our computer, we go to the control panel. Once we're on the control panel, we're going to remove programs we're not using, set up our firewall, and go to the Security Center to make sure that our computer is running smoothly. Then we can install some free antivirus and anti-spyware software. If you're not sure about the links I gave you, you can check out our website at www.technicallyspeakingtv.com, and links to all of this free software will be right there for you. Next, we'll see some questions from our viewers.